Hey y'all, sorry about the delay on getting these out, but finally got this edited and ready to go. So anyway, hope you enjoy this video and hope you get to make these adorable bookshelves as well. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to make these TBR list, or finished TBR list, bookshelves. And they're really simple to make. They're easy enough to make that you can make with your children. So if your kids like to read, this would be a good project for them so that they can have a visual of the books that they've read this year. So, and it's just fun to have for yourself. If you're an avid reader and you like that kind of stuff, this is a good little project that you can do with your kids or just for yourself, which I do just for myself. Because my child is not reading age yet, so, but once he is, we probably will do this one. But this one, I think, has 52 books, and this one has 60, so only because the paper is bigger. But you do whatever size paper you want to do. This one is a multimedia, or mixed media, multimedia and mixed media paper, 90-pound press paper. So it's not real thick, but it is good enough for watercolor. It's a rough surface, so it has a little bit of texture to it. So it gives a little bit more of a grasp on, a little bit more pull when you go to add your books to your shelf and glue them. And I just have the Elmer's washable school glue. You can use any kind of glue. You can use Elmer's glue. You can use, I honestly wish I had some actual regular Elmer's glue. I think it would probably work a lot better than this. But this works fine too. It's just a glue stick, so you can do whatever. And I usually like to have a spray bottle for my watercolors when I go to spray them, get them all wet for the actually painting them. So we're gonna set this one aside because it's gonna be our bookshelf. But then we gotta get some more paper to actually paint our books and our shelves. So you have to have extra paper. So say that's your book, that's for your bookshelf. Here's for 2 different color books for each page. So 2, 4, we'll do 6 different colors. All right, so first starting out, we'll do the brown for the bookshelf. You can cut that off, or even trim it off however way you want to do it. Doesn't have to be trimmed because we're gonna be trimming the whole thing up anyway. So, oh, I can get my paint open. That'd be awesome. All right, and you will need a pen of some sort, like a Sharpie pen. I use the really fine Sharpie pen. So, you know, you can use whatever kind of pen. It just helps with, like, if you want to do, like, you know, drawings of like plants on your shelf, you know, like little plants and things, little cactuses and things of that nature, like bookends and bookmarks and things like that. If you want to do that kind of thing, you can use one of those. Write your title on the top, and of course you want to use it for writing the titles on your books that you've read this year. And then or, you know, if you don't want to add any frill to it, you don't have to. Just make it your own, do whatever you want to with it. So, all right, so you need some water. You will need a glass of water, and then a spray bottle for to wet your watercolors. And you don't have to have expensive watercolors for this project because it's, you know, it's a no-brainer. Obviously you will need a paintbrush, so obviously if you have a bigger brush, that's fine, but you can use a small brush too, so just whatever you want to do with it. So I usually like to use the brown, the darkest brown that we have over here. So I like to bring some water over here, kind of moisten it a little bit more, and then you just go and put the paint on your paper. Just cover the entire surface. And let it dry completely and move on to the next one. This is good. Some of the cheapest ones are the best brushes I own, so that I've used. So whatever your preference is. Those $3 to $5 packets that have like 20 brushes, they have proven to be just as good, maybe even better than a lot of those others. When you're cheap, that's what that's what happens. Although the paint is a little different story. There is definitely a difference of paint pigments. There's certain types of paints that I refuse to use because of just how light the pigment is and just how horrible it is to work with. So very picky with my paints. Brushes, not so much. There's definitely a difference in brushes. Like, I don't like using nylon brushes. Like the kids' brushes, those are a disaster. I don't even think kids should use them personally, because they're just so horrible. They scratch your paper and it just, yeah, not the best brushes. And they don't absorb anything, so, because they're nylon, basically plastic bristles. So, I will buy a nicer set for my child so that they're not super frustrated like I am watching them use it. set those aside. Let's dry a little bit more. Alright, so pick which side you want your painting to be on. I'm going to use this side probably. And you take your brown color. Okay, so then all you do is just cut up the pieces in strips and then into book size, and then just glue them on with your glue stick and glue them in place wherever you want them. Draw your little plants and pots and things and bookends and bookmarks. And there you have it. And that's all you do. You can add little things to your books, whatever, really anything that you want. That's all.